All right, we're here. We're live. This is it. We're on the final game because I'm not counting the reboot games. I'm sure as hell not doing the hyperscan game. This is it. This is the end of the Ben 10 classic games continuity, and oddly fitting this final game. Like, obviously it was the final game, or not final game, Omniverse was the final series in the classic continuity, so already, you know, fitting. But also, I've not double checked this, but I'm pretty sure, I'm not gonna fact check live because I'm always right, no way I'm wrong. I'm fairly certain the devs behind this game, Omniverse 2, a horrible title by the way, were the devs behind Protector of Earth, aka the first real Ben 10 game. Again, I'm not counting the damn hyperscan game. That one doesn't count. That one just does not count in my mind at all. Never will, never has. Argue with the wall. Point is, if that is the case, if that is true, and maybe I'll check later, then it's kind of come full circle, you know? The first Ben 10 game of the year that we played, of the month that we played, and the first Ben 10 game ever, and now this is the last full video game. Of course, oh fuck, I've kicked my water bottle over. Now, of course, I've made it clear that if this game sucks, like is as bad as Omniverse 1 was, which if you weren't here to watch me play it Tuesday, it was literally so bland that I started falling asleep midstream and had to quit and play something else. Maybe that's a testament to me more so than the game, but whatever. If this ends up being bad, then we're gonna quit early like we did on Tuesday night and switch over to doing, I have a bunch more Ben 10 Flash games and even some Ben 10 tier lists, because I feel like that's another fitting way. But if we can squeeze this out to be a whole stream, great. I do not imagine I'll be able to play this more than one night, because then tomorrow night we will do the tier lists and the Flash games, and we will end Decem-Ben 10 off on day 12. You know, it's all fitting. It's the 12th day, like Christmas, and it'll give me the rest of December off. I'll just get into it depending on how this game goes. Let's see how it goes. I looked at a little bit of game footage and it looked fine. But again, Protector of Earth was just fine. Oh, okay, all right. Arena mode. Here's what that's gonna be. Let me look in options. Controls. Yeah, that immediately confused me when I was looking up the I was looking up stuff for this. Switch alien form. It appears you only have 3 aliens you can switch between a level, which immediately is giving me some bad vibes. Yeah. Not too big on that. Oh boy, and also it appears here, I was saying the controls, I found an online guide that said all the controls for the game. Does this online guide have it incorrect? Oh boy, this online guide might have been incorrect. I'm just gonna roll with the punches and see what my controls are in game. Let's just jump right into it. Select profile and new game. New game. Fuck it, let's crank that shit on hero. Let's just go for it. The only thing I know about this game, and it is kind of interesting, the medium class aliens and projectiles. Oh, yep, you're very limited on what aliens. Nope. The only thing that's interesting is almost all of these games are a unique original story. This game specifically slots itself into the Ben 10 timeline, like here. After being exiled into space by Emperor Milius, ruler of the Incursion Empire, Ben is rescued by Azimuth. The pair stow away on an Incursion cruiser headed back to Earth.
This little guy is quick. I hope I don't lose him.
Oh, what?
You have more to worry about than that. Collect those Omnitrix orbs. Oh, and watch out for those walls.
I guess we're in an auto runner. Use the communication holograms when running to direct Ben to the goal. The green icons lead to goal. Pink question mark leads to special collectibles. Big damage.
Get in the right lane. I mean the left lane, which is the correct lane.
Left turn. Oh my god. Okay, the footage that I watched, I kind of skimmed through it.
Supposed to get through this?
The
I
most
didn't.
direct line between 2 points is through a weakened wall. Smash through it.
Smash through it. Can smash through certain breakable walls. Look for red lights.
I'm unstoppable.
I didn't know it'd be an auto runner.
This guy gets the alarm. This whole ship will know where I am.
How do I? Oh,
I need
okay,
to
kill him.
transform into something faster.
Change to the light class.
Now this is more like it.
Wow.
Do it.
I mean,
I could jump this.
it's a functional video game. I can say that. Change to the medium class.
Box for blasting. Let's give it a try.
I can destroy it through.
It won't catch me.
I mean, like, it controls well enough. Oh, okay. Now we're in actual combat. Okay, so the controls of the game lied to me.
Oh, there's a little scar.
What the? Oh god, yeah, the controls are all fucked up, and I don't even care. I guess I made a decoy for them to shoot at. God, all right. Let me swap. I can't swap aliens. No, I can swap aliens. There we go. It's just weirdly delayed. And also, all of Forum's animations are so
Is that
stiff.
all you got? Hey,
Oh.
I didn't activate the Omnitrix.
God, that Omnitrix sound
This thing.
doesn't seem right.
Dude,
What is that sound? God damn. I mean, cool that I'm randomly swapping between aliens.
yeah, well, I can still kick your butt.
Whoa, God. I hate that sound. Why did they make the Omnitrix sound like that? Why did they make the Omnitrix sound like that? That's not what the Omnitrix has ever sounded like. Also, so far the combat's like fine. I'm more concerned about the genuine quality of the animation. I know we're on the Wii, but like, god damn, what is this? God, I'm struggling to pay attention because the game's already kind of just throwing shit at me. That's making me question a lot. I guess the main thing is this looks like it's just gonna be another generic fucking beat 'em up.
I gotta get back to Azimuth and get this thing fixed.
Yeah.
Omniverse 2.
Game, you can't do a cold open. I'm sorry, you're not good. You're not cool enough for a cold open. Learn Scholar. I guess I'm just a little disappointed because we went from the beat 'em ups with the first two games, then we got the really cool. Oh, we're gonna have 3D action platforming with Bill Gax stacks, and then Cosmic Destruction. Like, we're gonna do that again. We're gonna expand on it. We're gonna do it cooler and bigger. I'm like, all right, I'm getting this. And then we got Galactic Racing, which is a racing game, and it's like, okay, this is weird, but I kind of fuck with it. Also, I'm gonna get a drink here. I fuck with how weird this is, and then Omniverse and this.
Be more careful. If the incursions discover your presence, the Earth will be destroyed.
Sure, but I got the ship schematics. And besides,
It
I'm
is
sure
neat that this
anyone
game
that
is
saw me will be
slotting
out cold until
itself
they
into
return.
the actual.
So, how about using
canon.
that greatest mind in 3 galaxies of yours to fix this thing?
The animations aren't that bad.
There, fixed. I also found the long-range communications computer. If you could disable that, I would feel better about you sneaking around.
Disable? As in smash to pieces? I can totally do that! Be back soon.
But these animations, never
When I
mind.
return? Oh, and straighten up a bit. Okay, thanks.
Does my appearance bug you?
Oh god, what was that animation? Omnitrix. Wait, does this unlock? God, why are some of them locked? I mean, at least we have a full fleet of 10 aliens. It's a little lame how they're divvied up. We got 3 light, 3 medium, and I guess 4 heavy. It's strange that they're like that, I guess. It's strange to me that they thought it was necessary to divide the aliens into light classes like that. And we're back to the auto runner. So I can only assume that, like, all the cool. I can only assume the game is a bunch of auto runners. Bro, shut up, game. You already told me that. I'm ignoring you. It's an auto runner broken up into bits like this of light combat. And, you know, it is interesting that it's following the incursion storyline from Omniverse. I'm quite happy about that, because as weak as Omniverse is on overall storylines at times, the Incursion Empire stuff is quite good in my opinion. I quite like it. It's not like the most groundbreaking Ben 10 stories ever told or anything like that. Okay, I need to... Can I turn... I'm turning off the Omnitrix sounds. God damn it. Why would you make it sound like that? I mean, everything sounds limp and flat. That's it. Oh no, I'm dead.
What are you doing? You have communications to disable.
Shut up, Basmith. God, it's one of those games where they're just gonna keep... Hey, welcome. We're trudging through it. Also, no, your stream's not broken. I turn off the in-game sound effects because some of it was actually horrible. We just got the voices and the music. Mostly because the Omnitrix sounds were actually awful. Some of it are fine, like the time down. I mean, so far this is fine, but I'm just really questioning what was the choice to make it half auto runner, half beat 'em up game. And the fact that they're doing the incursion storyline, it's like, that's neat, but I'm worried that means we're gonna be really limited on what bad guys we're gonna be dealing with. Like, are we only gonna deal with the incursions, just a bunch of frogs everywhere? Also, goddamn, the game isn't lagging, it's just slow. Why is it like this? You can make Ben 10 games run well on Wii. Like, this is coming off of playing Galactic Racing, that I know it was a racing game and everything, but it was like a smooth and buttery 60 frames. This is like kind of struggling at 30. Where do I go? Oh, this way? Oh god, there's more. This is also like, I don't know, it feels kind of lame to lock me down to only 3 aliens at a time. That's just really strange to me. I know that, like, Protector of Earth originally has you starting off with only 2 aliens and you unlock a total of 5, but at least you always had access to all 5. This one, you're locked to just 3 aliens. Whatever 3, the light and the medium and the heavy. Oh god. I'm really gonna try with this game. I'm gonna give it its all and actually be like, okay,
What are you doing? You have communication.
and I have to restart that whole bit again, and it's gonna give me tutorials and everything, ain't it? Oh wow, it actually didn't give me tutorials that time. Wait. Okay. So, wait. It's not gonna spawn in the enemies, but it's gonna force me to do the auto runner bit again. What's the point in this checkpoint then? Oh boy, and now we gotta smash through walls and...
To the rescue.
I guess I just don't understand the idea. I'm aware. Game, I could have swapped to an alien to smash that down if you didn't put the fucking thing in the way. I don't understand why they would make it an auto runner.
You can take me?
How many auto runners were there on Wii? I guess is my question. I'm gonna almost be pressed to say that this is probably the worst rated game of the lot. I don't think it's the worst yet, at least.
You're messing with the wrong
It's as mindless as Omniverse 1, Alien Force, Protector of Earth, but like,
Is to kill you.
at least the fights aren't taking an eternity like last time, and the tutorial was like a crisp 5 minutes, unlike Omniverse 1.
You four ways to Sunday.
Alright, is that everyone? No, there's still you. I don't get why the game is so sluggish.
I'm still the hero.
Like, I really don't get what's going on. Wow, Omnitrix meter increase, guys.
Spring back, move forward.
Alright. I'm just... this one genuinely just kind of confused me. Okay, let's go get upgrades. But not the actual upgrade, because... disappointingly, no game has given me the option to even play as Upgrade. And I like Upgrade. Upgrade's a cool alien. Like, he's cool. I'm all for the cool techie aliens. But no game has even offered him. And that kind of makes me sad, admittedly. Like, why not? Why is everyone afraid of Upgrade? Is it because you're afraid you're gonna have to make him functional? Nah, just let me punch shit. Or keep the functionality super simple and I'll be happy. And Ben's dead. Is it gonna make me do the auto runner?
What are you doing? You have
Oh,
communications to
okay, I need another drink to get through this. I need of water. I need a drink of water to get through this because... oh, fuck, I dropped the lid to my bottle. This is great. I'm so glad we saved best for last for the video games. We are 20 minutes into the stream and I'm not even fucking anywhere close to done with this first level. So like, presumably, it's gonna skip out on the combat again because of the checkpoint system. What is the point of the checkpoint system then? What's the point of dying if I can just
Armed and dangerous.
skip everything and get back to this right away? Why? I'm not one to constantly like question devs' choices, you know. I'm not a designer. Maybe they know something I don't. Probably not. I've been on the stance of, even if I'm not a developer, I play enough video games to know what is fun and what is not fun. I'm not doing the question mark route. I don't care. And like, I mean, this isn't not fun, but it also isn't specifically fun. It's just kind of whatever. So I fear we will be playing the
Teeth. My arms. Your
the fucking Flash games and doing the tier lists sooner rather than later. I don't know. This is even one that I couldn't, at least with some of the other games, even the bad ones like Alien Force and Protector of Earth being just okay, I could see people being nostalgic over them, or even Omniverse 1. I don't know how you could have nostalgia for a game like this. Do you have nostalgia for Temple Run mixed with Lego style combat?
You're messing with the wrong tetrapack.
Maybe I am just out of the loop on this one and the appeal, because admittedly Omniverse was when I started falling out of the show initially, and I didn't even know that there were Omniverse games for the longest time. Like, even when I didn't have them, when I was younger, I knew Cosmic Destruction and Vilgax Attacks existed as games because I saw commercials for them. I never saw anything for this game. or the first one.
Where that came from.
So I'm just looking at them. It's like, why do these exist? No, I get why they exist. Omniverse needs to be the big merchandising cash cow.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little.
And the fact that they got the Protector of Earth devs for this one really tells me that Warner Brothers, Cartoon Network, whoever like commissioned this game, really wanted it to hit with those same fans. You know, it's like, kids who grew up playing Protector of Earth are probably going to be watching Omniverse now. You know, we can bank on that nostalgia. But they forgot that Protector of Earth was able to bank off a lot of charm. Even though the gameplay itself was just kind of okay, it had so much charm and reverence for the classic series, it could get away with being a little dull gameplay-wise. This game is just...
Great time to transform. Yeah.
God.
What are you doing?
No,
You have
game.
communications to disable.
Game, you told me I unlocked a shortcut. Don't be lying here. You said shortcut unlocked. Where is the shortcut? How do I shortcut, game? What the I made the what? Game.
For fists, no way.
I wanted to go into this with, you know, a positive idea because, like, oh,
Come on, give me a break.
really?
Not literally.
Is that the shortcut? Because I don't remember that being open last time. Yeah, I'll try it. No, wait, this is the normal way. I could have taken the shortcut. Shut up. I think at the very least, before I call it quits, I'll try turning the difficulty from hero to easy. Play this like a real baby game because... I also wanted to be known, I didn't go into this game wanting to hate it or anything. You know, I never go into games with like the specific expectation, this is gonna be a big load of piss. I go in hoping I'm gonna have a good time. Sure, I can have some expectations going in. Like, I had a little bit of high hopes specifically with this one because, the Protector of Earth devs. So maybe it'll be at least somewhat good. But man, where is any of the charm that game had? At least that game give you big old open levels to run around in. Even if it was very linear, this game is like, so far at least, I'm hoping I'm gonna be proven wrong. You know, we're gonna go to the next level and we're gonna be on Earth or something, and it's like, oh, you can just fully explore now. Here you go, kids. I will say I am so tired of this music. That sounds way too similar to the Galactic Racing theme. I am... End it off with a bang. That's all we gotta remember, folks. This is the last official Ben 10 video game from the Prime continuity. There were the reboot games. Alright, we're gonna dodge around. Omnitrix, come on. Boom. Boom. A YouTuber I watch quite a bit of, Ink Tank. They do a lot of, it's a big YouTube group that does a lot of videos like talking about Ben 10 as a whole. I know that the main guy who runs them, not the main guy, but one of the big figureheads of it, Crow the Artist, he did a series of streams where he played through every Ben 10 game on the hardest difficulty and beat them all. I don't envy any of that.
Who's ready for
I don't
a
envy that
beatdown.
at all. And I'm sitting here like, oh my god, will this level ever end? Switch with the form to access special doors? No. Fuck you. I'm not taking any side paths. We're speedrunning this shit. I want to leave. Oh my god, more combat.
Waste a Sunday.
This might. I don't know if this is worse than Omniverse 1.
Yeah, there's 4 where that
Like,
came
yeah, I
from.
fell asleep to that game, but I feel like I genuinely can't stomach this one as much. It's. God.
You're messing with the
And I feel
wrong
bad
Tetra Man.
having all these complaints because, like, Alien Force, the game, was hot garbage, the first one. But there was something about it, I don't know how to put into words, maybe it's masochism, that kept me playing because I was at least somewhat curious to see where it was going to go. Omniverse 1 and this one's getting close too are both cases of I don't want to see where this goes. I really don't care. It has already lost me. Maybe the thing that was giving Alien Force the edge was the fact that I was like, you know what, this game is ass, but I'm here for the writing. Because I love me the Alien Force trio. But this time, we don't even have Rook. We don't even have Rook to be with Ben. Oh my fucking god, we're not at the end yet. When will this level end? I know we've died a few times somehow on the first level, but like this level is still chugging.
Yeah, you're messing with the wrong Tetra Man.
I feel like I've gone off eggs or something with how slow everything is. I'm so glad we can cheese the game by just repeatedly spamming the aerial heavy attack. That sounded like sarcasm, but I'm happy that I can cheese it out and skip so much of the combat by just not playing on the same rules the game wants me to. You know, the game makes it clear, hey, we're gonna do things this way. I don't care how you want to do things.
Did somebody say block party?
Your way of doing things is garbage, game. You think it's cool to have auto run. I don't. What is the number on the bottom right? That keeps showing up whenever I'm in those auto runners, and the game is yet to explain what the number means. The numbers. What do they mean? Oh my god. Can you guys stop ganging on me? Where are my invincibility frames? Please, game.
Punchy today.
Please, game. You are tearing me apart, Omniverse 2.
What are
Okay,
you doing?
okay.
You have
All right,
communication.
no. I am sorry. I'm sorry for anyone who came in here who wanted to see Omniverse 2. Something about this game. Maybe I'm a quitter. Maybe I'm a quitter for giving up on this one already. But I am like already at the point where I don't want to play this game anymore, man. I'm gonna drink water. You wanna know what this is on the same level of? For any viewers of mine who know their way around my channel, this is genuinely on the same level as some shit like Animorphs for Game Boy. What I've dubbed arguably Cave Barn Studios' worst game, somehow worse than Urban Yeti. It's in the same level of it's unfun, it is boring, it's uninteresting, and so far in the 30 minutes there's the test. I think I talked about it when I played that damn game all that time ago. It's the 30-minute test. If your game, not counting cutscenes, not counting like menu loading times or anything like that, if your game does not hook me or get me in within like 30 minutes, or at least to a point where it's like, okay, I'm interested, I want to see where this is going, not fully hooked. A prime example is something like Hollow Knight. It took me more than 30 minutes to fully get into the game and be like, okay, I really am enjoying myself. But at least it had enough of a hook to be like, oh, well, I want to see where this is going. This game, I've been playing for 30 minutes now. It is nothing. This is the most nothing. I think I can confidently say this is the worst Ben 10 game now. Oh. Okay. Well, let's be fair. Let's set the difficulty to easy. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe I just need to
disable.
Loud and clear.
Maybe now that's on easy and I can just mindlessly work through it and, you know, have the game randomly chug for no good reason. You know, there's really no good reason why the game should chug like this. It is a Wii game. Oh my god, no. Okay, good. Is there an alternate path here? I hope those were the shortcuts that the game was telling me about. I would really like to shortcut out of here. Shortcut? Are you a shortcut?
Rock and roll.
I think you're a shortcut. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's take the purple route. I don't. Who cares? I don't care. Do you care? It sucks that Decem-Ben 10 wasn't the trailblazing theme month that it could have been. Actually, no, it was never gonna be a big ol' trailblaze, like a big thing for the channel. I love Ben 10, but I think it's very apparent from the one video I've done on it and how little notoriety these streams have gotten that a lot of my viewers don't seem to care, and that's fine. There's always gonna be stuff that I'm more interested in and I'm gonna do that I gotta accept viewers aren't gonna be as interested in. That's fine, totally acceptable. I'm always gonna wish that these streams did better, but then again, I don't blame you for not watching through all of these. The only Ben 10 streams you should watch through on the channel now, just watch the Cosmic Destruction playthrough. That's all you really need. That's just a good ass game. And Galactic Racing to watch me become baffled at a racing game. I think I'm gonna try and turn all this footage that I'm recording into a video where I rank the Ben 10 games, just so it doesn't go to waste. Like, yeah, it's probably gonna be a video very few people will watch because, you know, as I've seen, not a lot of people on the channel care about Ben 10. That's fine, I don't care. I at least have a weird Stockholm Syndrome-esque amount of fun. Hey, welcome Nubtubs and happy birthday! I saw you posted in the Discord, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Nubtubs. Welcome. And Cool Gamer, welcome. Welcome. We are playing what is possibly the worst of the Ben 10 games so far. Oh my god, that wasn't a shortcut. I'm still in the fucking building. This is Ben 10 Omniverse 2, the most creatively titled video game ever. They just stuck a 2 on the end. And it is quite possibly the worst of the Ben 10 games. And I feel like I've been running in circles, and we've been stuck on the first damn level for well over half an hour now. And I don't know where to go or what to do. So you can watch me suffer. You can join in and watch me suffer through this nothing of a video game. I was talking about Alien 4. Fuck it, sure. Let's see what the Forearms door has in store for me. Let's collect all the green nubs. Oh my god, it had more combat in store for me. More mind-numbing combat in store for me, for moi. I set the difficulty onto easy. It does not feel any easier. Enemies are still fucking HP sponges.
You're messing with the wrong Tetraman.
Damage sponges, whatever the fuck it. Why is it so slow? It's running. Here's the thing. It's running at a mostly consistent 30 frames. This is just the speed of the game. I looked up footage and the game on Wii runs about this slow. I want to finish this first level before I call it quits and we just say, okay, let's go play Flash games and do tier lists. Yeah, no, this is the worst one. We've officially reached rock bottom. Lego games are more entertaining than. Now, here's the thing. I described stuff like Protector of Earth as like, or here to reference stuff on the channel. There are some licensed games that are just diet Lego games, and I can have fun out of them because they're at least entertaining and I want to see where they go. This is on the same level as, oh my god, are we done? Are we done? No, that was just a collectible for Forearms. Yeah, right now we're running at 30 frames. We're at the peak of this game. It is just slow. We had a little bit of frame drop in that fight area. But for the most part, the game's locomotion is just slow. It's temple run and then shitty Lego game combat. So I was talking. This game, I used the right alien. What do you mean? It has this shitty system where you have to match the alien to the color object that appears in front of you, which, by the way, it is genuinely difficult to gauge what is coming up because of how they frame this camera. Like, it is genuinely a little tricky to gauge what alien you're gonna need here. And then you're hit by bullshit. And now the game's stuttering more. This is a Wii game that was released during prime Wii U time. I still don't know what the mystery number in the bottom right does. I don't know if that's my points, if that's my distance ran, because look, it resets to 0. Oh, this is on the same level, as I was saying, as shit like fucking Animorphs on Game Boy, where I understand this entire game. I feel like even though I've barely played this game, like in terms of hours put into it, but I fully understand this whole game's MO, and I feel like I've seen everything this game is more than likely going to throw at me. But there could be a defender. There could be some weird fuck who comes into the stream chat like, hey, I played this game when I was a kid and it was as in-depth as Dark Souls and you don't see it. You gotta get to level 2 or level 3 before it really comes together. And I could just say, nah, fuck that, I don't want to play this anymore. But there's that small thing inside me that's gonna be like, what if it does get good? Even though I know fully well it's not gonna get good. But who knows? Maybe it does. I would like to punch the flamethrower robot. Please let me punch the flamethrower robot. I don't know what Omnitrix meter increase means. It doesn't feel like it's increased. Why did I take damage there? In other news, new Mega Man game. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk Game Awards. That was 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago or whatever the fuck. I'm willing to talk about anything that isn't this game, and in fact, I'm so close to ending. I almost said ending it. That would have sounded ending this game and just switching over to playing the Flash games and doing the Ben 10 tier list that I picked out. New Mega Man game. It looks really good. So here, I was talking with my brother on this because he's also a big Mega Man fan and he saw the news. So here's the thing. I am so happy that we have a new Mega Man. I love Mega Man. Why did this turret respawn?
This isn't going to be slow, Roaster.
I am so happy that we have a new Mega Man game. And I talked in the Discord about the Cinnamon, but I'll go into detail my thoughts. But with how long it's taken for this game to come out, for it to even be announced to come out, I'm worried that people are gonna have higher expectations, and then obviously those high shut up about the white question marks. I'm worried players are gonna go in with those expectations and be like, oh, it's not as good as I expected, and then Capcom's gonna look at that and be like, well,
Ben, you are near the control terminals that you need.
shut up.
Chris Hopper to the rescue.
Capcom's gonna look at people saying, oh, it's not as good as they wanted it to be, we didn't do well, and then they're gonna put Mega Man back into the cryo chamber for the next decade. Damn it, ad break. I'll hold off on my thoughts. I'll keep playing the shitty Ben 10 game. Gotta be fair to the people on Twitch who gotta sit through the ads. I gotta wonder if people do have nostalgia for this game. Like, there's gotta be some sorry person, some sad person who, like, grew up and they only had this game and shit like Build and Race for their Wii. And they thought this is the pinnacle of gaming. And they finally come back to it years later and like, oh, it's shit. Okay, is it gonna be better if I play as Crash Hopper? He is the fast alien. I wanted to play as Forearms because he's big and strong and they keep putting containers that you can only break as him. But he's slow as fucking dirt. Dirt is slow, by the way. For anyone who didn't know.
That's gonna scar.
I'm reverting to like a more primordial state of mind playing this game. Not in the sense of I feel like a kid, but in the sense of I feel my brain evolving backwards, devolving. To the point of just making guttural sounds at annoyance instead of actually voicing frustrations with this game. Alright, so my point about Mega Man. Love Mega Man. I'm definitely going to play Dual Override like the moment I can. However, expectations are going to be high. And then Capcom's going to see, oh, the game... Capcom also, let's be real, Capcom is probably going to set some really stupidly high expectation for how many sales this new Mega Man is going to get. Swampfire's been unlocked. Okay, game, shut up. I'm going to talk to my chat now about Mega Man. Let's talk Mega Man. They're going to set high expectations. The fans are. And then Capcom's going to be like, well, we want this to sell 5 million copies because it's the return of Mega Man. It's Mega Man 12. And then it's not going to do that well because reviewers are going to be like, well, you know, we waited almost a decade since Mega Man 11 and it's good. It's another Mega Man game, but, you know, an almost decade-long wait, big expectations. And then Capcom's going to be like, fuck, it only sold 4 million. And reviewers said, yeah, it's pretty good. Guess we got to shelve Mega Man and never do anything. That's my big worry. I'm going to play it. Hell, maybe I'll even stream it. And I can talk about what I like and dislike and give my praises. And maybe I want to be wrong. Remember, here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. I said back when we did that, the Smash Bros. Tier list, and I said, I'd love to be wrong and for a new Mega Man game to be announced before the end of the year. And I ended up being wrong. And we got a new Mega Man. That's all me, baby. I'm gonna say it now. I would love to be wrong and for Dual Override to come out and I'm like, holy shit, this is a huge jump in Mega Man. It was well worth the wait. Damn, Capcom, you made the best Mega Man ever. It is everywhere. Oh god, everything's wiped out of how good this game is. Proto Man is back as well. Yeah, the Proto Man whistle at the end actually had me going nuts. Like, that was like, hell yeah. I'm all for that, because I'm not okay. As much as I love Mega Man, I don't know everything about every game. Fake fan, shocker. I've mostly just played the NES games, and I've played 7, and I played 11. I played 7 and 11. Those are the ones I'm most familiar with. Call me a gas station at that point. But I know the significance of Proto Man, so that's cool. And I really want to be wrong. I want the game to come out, it's a smash hit, and it's a 10 out of 10. But something in my gut is telling me, looking at the footage, because the thing with the footage is, it looks really good, but it doesn't look like super much better than Mega Man 11, at least graphically. Hey, Wizard, can I make you a different version of a character? It'll have emotes and etc. For me to like use in streams? Probably not, because I like making my own stuff for the streams, and I quite like how my little guy here looks. Like, look, I can hold Ledian, and I can drink water. I appreciate the offer. But probably not. I mostly do all my own stuff. I'm gonna actually get a drink of water while I'm actually thinking about that. Water, drink up, everyone. Mostly familiar with 2 and 10, so I also have some experience, but not a lot. Yeah, I don't have a lot of experience. I also don't, I have very little experience with the spin-offs. I've never played any of the Battle Networks. I've barely touched the X series. I've always preferred the original Mega Mans, admittedly. I just started, for shits and giggles, I started a playthrough of Star Force, Mega Man Star Force, because I saw the Legacy Collection was coming out, and I saw, oh, I've never heard of these games. They were on the DS, and they're like deck-building RPGs. I'm like, fuck. I love me some Inscription. I love me some Slay the Spire. I'm gonna give it a try, and it's all right so far. I'm barely into it. I'm like barely into the game, like barely enough to give an opinion. Mainly a classic Mega Man fan. No disrespect to X, and in fact, at some point, I plan on, like, soon playing through it, just casually playing through the first game just on my own to see what why my younger mind was like, I don't like X that much. I want to play classic. Not unlike Battle Network. Yeah, I've seen some good things about Battle Network, just haven't really given it a try. Whatever, going somewhat off topic. Dual Override looks really good. It looks really damn good, but it doesn't, to me at least, from what little they showed, it doesn't look 10-ish years. Actually, I'm gonna check just well. We're already on break a minute. When did Mega Man 11 come out? I'm opening up on my other monitor. How do I see like list of games? Here we go. Original series. List of Mega Man video games. Mega Man 11 was 2018. God damn it. What do you mean communication with the Wii remote was lost? It's right here. Yeah, sure, I'll overwrite. 2018 with dual override set to come out in 2027. That is 9 years. That is a 9-year gap. 8-year gap. No, not 8. 7-year gap to announce it.
Now that the long-range communications.
Oh my god, no, shut up. Shut up, Asmith.
Leave. That's fine.
Yeah, I am skipping you. Nearly a decade, yeah. Again, it's the whole expectation thing, and I don't know, maybe this is gonna be the win. Game, can I pause you? Your music is a little too excitable. Okay, it got a little quieter when I paused. Maybe this is a Silk Song situation where, this is gonna sound like the weirdest fucking analogy, but stay with me here. Stay with me here. Silk Song, when it was initially teased and stuff, looked very incredibly similar to Hollow Knight. And then it came out, and even though I have not played it, I've heard a lot of people say it is... Okay, I've heard a lot of people say that it's better and worse than the first one. I don't know. I've not played it yet. I'm too busy playing Ben 10 Omniverse 2 on the Wii. You know, the more important priorities. Maybe this is a Silk Song situation where all that time in the oven, and even though on the outside it looks very similar to the last game, it's really gonna knock my socks off. But I don't know. I think it's all gonna come down to whatever the big gimmick is with the dual override. I think that's gonna really sell it, because I really like the 2 gear system that was in 11. I thought it was a really cool mechanic. I'm mostly just a sucker for like time slowing down shenanigans in games. I'm always gonna be a sucker for that. So maybe the dual override thing is gonna be huge, and I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna be like, there it is. That's what's gonna sell the game. That's what's gonna get 1 billion copies. That's where we're gonna get the Mega Man movie starring Seth Rogen as the man himself. There it is. But I don't know. I'm hopeful though. Chuck E. Cheese should bring back the animatronics. They should. FNAF the movie has proven that animatronics are popular, guys. Hop on the gravy train. Anyways, I know that we've only done the first level, but we're gonna be done with Omniverse 2, and I'm gonna switch over to doing the tier lists that I picked out, and we're gonna talk about Ben 10. I'm gonna play using my little nifty mouse and keyboard setup here that you can barely see. Whoop-de-doo. We're gonna play some of the Flash games, because there's a lot of Ben 10 Flash games, and we barely scratched the surface last time. So I'm going to take a hot second and swap on over to that. So I won't see chat for a moment while I do some of the swappage. Actually, I'll read chat while I'm doing some of it. I like the detail in dual override. The battle damage is a notable example. That is nice. It is nice to get actual numbers. I think I saw. Bye-bye, Ben 10. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Ben 10 Omniverse. You're not that good. We're muting you a second, and I'm gonna pull up some kind of music. I don't know what music. You know what we have not done in some time? We haven't done the stream playlist. We haven't done the stream music playlist. And I think that's gonna be really nice to just have play in the background here. The visual style and the detail of dual override does look really good. It looks like it's building off of Mega Man 11, you know, but doing better in a way. Oh, quiet down here, Sneak Man. Actually, I don't know if we can play Sneak Man, because yeah, with this we can play. Welcome back, stream playlist. Not to mention a Robot Master Design contest. That is nuts. That is really exciting that they're bringing that back. That has me very intrigued. I also love, did you guys see the post? I want to see if I can find it. I want to say that when I found your permanent live stream, it was amazing how good your content is. You find me make better editing video ideas. Thank you. You are welcome, Nikki. Nikki Allman. I am. God, that. Okay, we're tangenting here because you hit me in the feels with that. I'm so happy that I've inspired anyone, that I can be an inspiration. That's always been something I've kind of personally aspired to do, is to just, you know, put around more good, leave behind more good with everything I do. And I want to thank you for watching and enjoying the stuff I make. That it means more than you will ever be able to physically know, how much that one chat message has already not even brightened my day, but just brightened my general mood about making content. It's all the little things. It's the nice comments. It's the nice chat messages that kind of remind me somewhat why I'm doing it. Obviously, some of it is just for, like, I want to make this video, but some of it is just to know that I'm putting out so good. So I'm very, voice crack. God damn, that's how you know I'm being sincere. I'm very glad that you enjoyed that stream and that it imparted on you. Thank you very much for enjoying it. But back to Mega Man talk. I don't want to go too off topic, but thank you very much. The Mega Man Twitter, I gotta see if I can find this. I saw the post on Blue Sky of all things. I'll put it up on stream. I'll take a screenshot and put it up on stream. They literally made a post that was like, we don't want Gen AI in... If you're making a Robot Master, you are not to use Gen AI. Okay, here it is. Let me save. I'll put this up on stream. They literally made a post that was, pick up a pencil. That is amazing to me. Wrong image, but you know, it's fine. I'm going to replace it. Oh fuck, it's huge. Oh my god, it's so big. Oh my god, it's so big. This is what I want to show. As a reminder for those entering the Mega Man Dual Override Boss Design Art Contest, please remember the rules posted at, and then they got a link. Entrants must follow this account, and please leave the AI to the robots. Generative AI is prohibited for this contest. Mega Man, pick it up. Capcom gets it. They get it. I love this alone makes me want to support this game way the hell more. All right, like this alone makes me want to support and buy the game. You got the. I'm sure we've all seen the news of the fucking. I don't want to sit here and just be the news guy. I don't want to be the moist critical or whatever the fuck. Did you guys see? Did you guys see that news? No, but we all saw the news about the devs behind Baldur's Gate 3. The main guy admitting in an interview, yeah, we plan on using some AI in our upcoming game for the concept art and shit, but it's not actually going to be in the game. It's like, no, you motherfucker. You don't get it. And then you got Capcom here saying, pick it up. Pick up a pencil. Class. Pure class. I love you, Mega Man. I want to kiss you on your little blue forehead. Let's get back to Ben 10. I laughed so hard at the Barnyard Again live stream. I laughed so hard that I almost woke up my family. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You should have woken up your family. That would have been a true sign. That would have been a true sign. That's it. Maybe you didn't see the news about the Baldur's Gate 3 devs planning on using in their upcoming game. Sorry if I ruined that for ya, but it's true. I saw it for myself. I saw they plan on. They're using generative AI. They said it was only for concept art and that none of it would be in the game, as if that would make it any better. And I don't like that. I don't agree with you. But it's whatever. We're Ben 10 tier list time. We're doing tier lists. I'm going to talk about the damn Alien show that I like so much. This is my brain. I have a small brain. Let me blow up on stream now. Wizard, watch the video. The Grinch, Just Bad Games. Let me pull this up on another monitor. Take a look-see at this. Oh, this song's kind of quiet. Let me turn up. Real heads will know what this song is. Let me look at the video there. But you didn't put a link, but you did put like the name. The Grinch, Just Bad Games by Rerez. I've heard of this Rerez person, but I've not watched it. I will save to watch later, and I will probably watch that later tonight. Probably not later tonight after the stream. All right. So here we've got. I have a handful of tier lists here for this Ben 10 stream. We're gonna do these. It's like a review of a Grinch game from the early 2000s. The only Grinch game I'm personally aware of is I know there was one of all things on the PlayStation 1. I don't know if it's based off of the live action movie or what. I had to get another drink. Sorry, I should have put up the water thing. But here we have every alien in Ben 10. I'm gonna sit here and ramble and rant a little bit about these aliens. I just realized with how I have things set up. Hang on, I gotta kind of move stuff around so I can still see chat and still. This is gonna be so scuffed. But I'm still not on the multi-monitor setup because it's still not working correctly for whatever reason. So hang on. I can make this work. There we go. Have you ever watched any videos by Summoning Salt? Yes, I actually have. I've watched a few Summoning Salt videos. I'm quite a fan of his. I'm not watching all of them. I watched like the Mario Kart Wii one, the Punch-Out one. I love his stuff. Even though I am dog shit at speedrunning and I don't know a lot about the wider speedrun community, I am fascinated by just the prospect of it at the very least, and Summoning Salt is a big reason why. It's on the PS2, Game Boy, and etc. It's a Grinch game on PS2? Okay. That throws me off. What do you mean a Grinch? I'm gonna watch that video later or tomorrow. I'll watch it. Because I gotta know, what do you mean there's Grinch on PS2? I feel like there was no relevant Grinch stuff around the time of the PS2. But we're here to discuss Ben 10. This is a tier list of every alien in the series. It's using all the Omniverse designs. Some of these are a little questionable, like, you know, some of these are designs that didn't actually appear in the show. Like, we have fucking, what's his name? Spitter here. We also have, I don't know where the fuck they got this image. Ultimate Swampfire. Like, some of these are Albedo's ultimate forms, but just colored green. And they have DeviantArt logos. So someone has stolen these DeviantArt pictures and just uploaded them here. I wonder if it's, maybe it says anywhere. No, it does not. Oh, wait. There we go. Wait. It's in Spanish up here. I don't know what any of this says, but hopefully. Okay, yeah, this appears to be the artist who made all the Ben. Oh, wait, shit. I follow this person on Blue Sky because I saw their Electro concept. This is a cool artist. This is a cool ass art. Go follow Insane Main, everyone. There's an order. I'm not sure. I don't remember what they are on Blue Sky. Sorry, but go follow them. They're cool ass artists. Back to the tier list. It's very fun to watch, but I also like some insult videos for going through a game category history community. It's fascinating. There's another one I watch. I've seen a couple videos from him. The Rixer. He's done stuff on like Ratchet and Clank and God of War, like speedruns and stuff, and it's just fascinating to watch that. Like, I don't know why I'm fascinated by those. Summoning Salt videos make sense because it's usually games I've played. Like, I love Punch-Out, I love Mario Kart Wii, so of course I'm gonna watch speedruns on those. I've not played any God of War games, I've not played any Ratchet and Clank games, and yet I was fascinated by the speedruns and stuff about those games. Just a testament to, you know, good quality. But let's get to the tier list. Let's get to this. I'm willing to talk about anything, but I want to talk Ben 10. Let's start. I'm just gonna start putting them up here and just kind of vibing, talking about them. Ooh. I think these are in order of when they appeared in the show, which is amazing attention to detail. Whoever, what fine person made that? J Candy on Twitter. Big thumbs up for me. Because we got their appearance order, and that's really neat, because then we can compare and contrast, except for the ultimates. All the ultimates are just at the end here, but they're also in appearance order, so that's just a nice detail for me to keep in mind. So starting off, we have Heat Blast. He's tried and true, and I'm giving him an S. He's simple, you could argue to a fault, but I don't know, he's always been a favorite to me. He's just fire, and like, I know that's not useful in an everyday sense, a guy who's literally always on fire. But, like, fuck, look at Human Torch. Alright, and then come back and tell me that he isn't like an S tier, alright? Human Torch. Heat Blast is great. He's an all-star. He's been in every single series of Ben 10 in one way or another. Technically in Alien Force, it was with Alan Albright and how he could turn to Heat Blast, but it wasn't really Ben, so it's a little iffy, but he's always been there. He's an S tier. But argue with me all you want. Wild Mutt is going into C. I've never liked Wild Mutt that much. He's just dog. He is alien dog, and his whole gimmick is he's a blind dog who can only who can smell really good, and that's about it. He's neat, and like the few times where he's useful, where it's like, oh, we gotta track this guy or whatever. That's kind of neat. Also, I'm getting another drink of water because talking a lot makes me thirsty. Ooh, who would have thought? Who would have thunk it that talking a lot would make me thirsty? Ooh, la di da di da. Wild Nut is just kind of okay outside of the situations of, man, we need a track where this bad guy went. He doesn't do a lot. I love Kirby music. I love that we have Kirby music going here in the back. This is an 8-bit remix of Sky Tower. Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Put that on the list. We're going to play Return to Dreamland at some point next year. I've been slowly compiling a list. I put it up in the Discord of like streams I specifically want to do. Return to Dreamland should be on there if it's not already. Diamond Head, another S tier. I've been singing the praise of Diamond Head. The fact that it took us, how many games? Hang on. Protective Earth, Alien Force, Field Against Attacks, Rise of Hex, Cosmic Destruction. It took us 7 damn games to have a playable Diamond Head, and it's not even in any of the good games. It's in fucking Omniverse 1. Bullshit. Diamond Head is like the best alien in my opinion. He's probably gonna stay at the top of S tier. He's cool. He has a great design. He has a really interesting power set that is always used to the fullest potential in the show. I fuck with Diamond Head like entirely. He's great. I love him. I specifically love his Omniverse design. Maybe not the most, but his Omniverse design is pretty damn good. I love big chin on him. Next up, Accelerate. I think Accelerate's a little overrated. A lot of people would say Accelerate's an S tier, and I do love me some speedsters. You know, Flash is cool. Quicksilver is cool. I love speedster characters. And Accelerate has some I gotta turn this song up. That's always been an issue with the stream playlist. Some songs are really quiet, some songs are really loud. We get for having different uploads in different locations. Who cares? Accelerate's really, really cool, but he's not quite S to me. Just I'm doing this is vibes. This is just live vibes, my current thoughts. I could shuffle these around tomorrow and think slightly differently. Hell, I could wake up tomorrow and think, man, fuck Heat Blast. But right now I'm thinking, man, Heat Blast is cool as fuck. Gray Matter, I think he's a B. He's a solid B. His whole shtick, his whole gimmick is he's small and he's smart. And you know what? Damn it. He pulls those two off pretty well. More often, they play more on the he's small. And that's a little disappointing. I think having a smart alien like this, where Ben is able to activate genius mode, can lead to some very cool solutions to problems. And they don't tap into that nearly as much. There's an entire episode of Classic where he's stuck as gray matter the entire time, and they really do not utilize his genius like hardly at all in the episode. It's mostly just like a Honey I Shrunk the Kids type of shenanigans type plot, which is kind of lame because but like, yeah, gray matter's neat. He's cool. And I also like that we just have one alien that is just the dead ass like basic gray big-eyed alien design. His design is great. I love him. Forearms is like a solid A tier. He's big, he's strong, his powers is in the name. He's got 4 arms. I just think he's neat. Some of these aliens I'm gonna have full-on paragraphs, multiple, to say about him and what I think about him. Some of them are just, I don't know, I just think he's neat. I like forearms. It's not that deep. He's cool. Stinkfly, he's going down with Wild Mud. He's bug, and he's big, and his whole shtick is that he flies and he shoots goop. There's so many other flying aliens in Ben 10 that are cooler than him, and the goop is just kind of gross. And I get that's the point. I still don't have to like it. And we're going back to turning down the music slightly, because we're on Tower Heroes or whatever the hell that is. Stinkfly, he's kind of just whatever to me, honestly. Soon as Ben got access to more flying aliens, like, ooh, right here's a ghost, or Big Chill, or Jet Ray, Stinkfly was kind of like, when do we ever need this guy? Ever? Who needs him? Get him out of here. Ripjaws is an alien that I like purely off of the design. He's got like a classic like creature from the deep type big fish man design. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, C tier. I like him, I really do. But since he is a fish, they can only really utilize him in episodes that are based around the water. And when he is in the water, he's great. He's fucking awesome. But when he's not, the whole joke is, oh no, Ben has to figure out how to hydrate away from the ocean. He's got to use a hose or something. It's like, it's whatever. Design is great though. If he had a terrible design, he'd easily come down here in D. There are some D tier aliens, don't worry. Don't worry. C tier is just fine. D tier is outright, I don't like you, man. Been playing through Pokemon Moon recently. It's honestly pretty darn good. I'll give it a try eventually. You know me, I'm Wizard. I'm gonna play through every video game known to man eventually. I talked about it the other night. I started a Pokemon Blue playthrough just casually on my own. Mostly because I knew for a fact Pokemon Blue is not going to be one of those games I'm going to stream. It is so archaic and old. There's no way I'm going to stream that one. So I started just casually playing it and uploading my progress, talking about it on Blue Sky. I've been the 3rd gym. I got a Sand Slash named Goober because honestly, besides Ledian is obviously always going to be my number one, my main man. Sand Slash might be one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon, if not my absolute favorite, because he's just a little goober. Have you looked at Sand Slash? He's such a little goober guy. I love him. I love him so much. I named him Goober in my save file because I was like, oh, look at this little guy. Aw, his name is Sand Slash. He's got sharp claws. Yeah, sure, buddy. You're just a little goober to me. He's got big dumb eyes and he's lovable. Certain bug type available in Pokemon Moon. Is it Ledian? Is it Ledian? Is my son? Is my son back from the war? Did we find him? Look, guys, just give it till January. We'll play Pokemon Emerald January. I know. December's been such a slog because he's been playing so much Ben 10 games. Damn it. I like this show to an unhealthy amount. And yeah, I don't have any other excuse besides that. Next up, I'm just going to keep going. I know we're an ad, but like it's the Ben 10 tier lists time. Who cares? All right. We have Upgrade. Upgrade's such a G. He's such a great guy. I love him. A tier. He's not fantastic, but like I really like when he shows up. His gimmick is that he upgrades technology. He slurps, he goes all goopy, and he covers the tech, and then he upgrades, and it's like, oh, it's better now. It's neat. It's cool whenever it happens. It just doesn't happen a whole lot. That's the problem. A lot of aliens are held back by, oh my god, this is such a cool concept, but then the writers just never want to utilize that really cool concept to its fullest potential, and there's going to be a couple more aliens that are like that. The ones in S tier are ones that are either a simple concept that is done brilliantly or a really cool concept that's actually given its full-time shine, like Diamond Head. Ghost Freak, I don't know if I want to rank him based on the alien himself or the impact he had. So we'll talk Ghost Freak second. Ghost Freak in Classic was the first alien to escape the Watch, the one and only alien, and he became his own character in the form of Ziscare, the big evil ghost that we fought in the Alien Force video game and in Protector of Earth. And that's so cool. The idea of one of Ben's aliens having its own sentience and escaping the Watch and being like, fuck you, Ben, I want to kill you. Such a cool concept. But, this is why I put him down in B, it came at the cost of Ben not really using Ghost Freak all too often when he did have access to him, because he admitted, like in Classic, when he used him for the little bit before he escaped, he was like, I don't like using Ghost Freak because he makes me feel weird and he feels creepy. So we didn't get to see him all too much. When he was there, he was cool as shit. Ghost Freak is so cool. But because of the whole, oh, I feel possessed and weird, it's weird. I like him though. He's a great design. Cannonbolt to S tier. This is a Diamond Head situation where this is such a fun, unique power set for, like, okay, obviously all of Ben's aliens are to a degree like superheroes in their own way, and some of them obviously have like counterparts you can point to in comics and stuff. You know, Accelerate is Flash, Heat Blast is Human Torch, Upgrade is, I honestly don't know. Some concepts like Upgrade are like, I can't really think of a hero that works like that. Cannonbolt's another one. What superhero's whole ability is they roll into a ball and wreck shit? That sounds like it'd be boring, but every time Cannonbolt's on screen, I love him. He's big, he rolls around, and he wrecks stuff. That's all he has to do, and I love him for that. Wildvine. Man, Wildvine's so lame. I'm sorry. He's not quite deer. He's deer. He's not quite D. He's not outright bad. But man, he's just a plant guy. I just never really cared for him. He's so lame. I'm sorry to anyone who actually likes Wildvine. But he's kind of just lame to me, especially when we have Swampfire way later on, who's just Wildvine, but also he does fire stuff. I just think he's lame. Spitter is also kind of lame. His old thing is he spits, and I understand that he wasn't fleshed out because he was specifically a future alien used by future Ben 10,000, so we barely got to see him because it was supposed to be a ooh, Ben has a lot of aliens in the future that he doesn't really need to explain because he has 10,000 aliens, you know? That doesn't mean I like him. I like him more than Wildvine, but like, Buzzshock is cool. In my Pokemon Blue playthrough, I caught a Pikachu and named him Buzzshock because I like Buzzshock. Buzzshock is neat. He's just a little electric guy. The fact that he looks like a battery, it's a cute design. I love it. It's fun. I like him a whole lot. He's very basic in the pantheon of. There's quite a lot of. We'll get into it. There's quite a number of Benton aliens. That whole gimmick is electricity. Like there's a weird amount of them. You know, there's right away I can count 1, 2, 3, 4. How do we want to stretch it? Because we could stretch it with one other, maybe 5 if you want to count atomic, but that's a little questionable. 6 if you, well, obviously amphibian cat. There's like 5 to 6 aliens that are all electric themed. Buzzshock might be my favorite of them. He's a little guy and I love him. Oh, see, I caught a Pikachu in Viridian Forest and I was proud of myself because that's like a fucking 5% chance or whatever. Arctiquana. Ice lizard. Pretty nice. I like his design, and his whole thing is that he shoots ice and he freezes stuff, and man, I don't gotta explain myself for all of these. Some of these are just, I like the concept, and it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool, because get it ice. I'm bumping it down to B for that pun. I know it was a pun I made, but it's a pun the show made too. Nah, yeah, he can get back up there. But he's not top of A. In fact, he's probably bottom of A. Blitzwolfer or Ben Wolf, if you're one of those freaks who calls them by the old names. I call some of them by the old names. Again, I just think he's neat. He's a werewolf. All right, werewolves are inherently cool. Now you tell me he's an alien werewolf with a jaw that splits open 4 ways and he shoots sonic boom howls? Like that one explodey forehead guy from Avatar, Last Airbender. Fuck, that's just cool. He also rarely shows up in the show, and like the majority of the show, he barely shows up. And I wish he got more time to shine. But when he's there, he's pretty cool. Then we have Snarrow / Ben Mummy. I prefer Ben Mummy. He's just he's alright. He's not bad. He's a mummy. You know, and that leads to all the mummy-related superpowers that you can come up with that. Oh no, not the micro. But yeah, he's got the Warden Sonic Boom shit, and he's still only A. I'm very big about my S tiers. S tier is I love you. I love these 3. Frankenstrike, on the other hand. Honestly, I'm okay with Blitzwolfer. I'm okay with Frankenstrike for the names. I don't like calling him Snarrow. He's Ben Mummy. He's always going to be Ben Mummy to me. That is a whole thing just for me to worry about. Frankenstrike is a fucking S tier. It's the same thing as Blitzwolfer. Frankenstein's monster is already a cool design and like cool thing. Like, we can all admit that, right? We're all adults here. We can say Frankenstein's monster is fucking cool. Yes, it is a sad story overall about like man being a god and not creating life and what does it mean to be alive and all that. Set that aside. Frankenstein's monster is fucking awesome. Now you're telling me he's an alien who shoots electricity and he has like big Tesla coils on his back? fuck, I'm in. He's an S tier. I love him. He's great. Genuinely one of my favorites of all time. Upchuck. We have 2 Upchucks here. For lore reasons, there are 2 Upchucks. Don't worry about it. He is top of A, honestly. His gimmick, he's Matter Eater Lad. If you know that hero from DC, he eats stuff and he can spit it out as giant energy bombs. That's why he's named after Barf, because he's Upchuck. Honestly, as a kid, I had never heard anyone use the word Upchuck to mean barf. So I was confused by the name. I just thought it was like an original name the show had for him. It's like, oh, it's not a pun or something. It's just called Upchuck. No, apparently it means barf. I had never heard anyone use that phrase before. Then again, yeah. He's neat. He's cool. He's a little gummy bear. I love him. You know, if we're gonna rank him individually, I do prefer the green gummy bear version over the little lizard man. Just personal preference, but they're both A tier. I'll put him at bottom of A. Ditto. Ditto is so close to being S tier, and I want to make him S tier. Fuck him. Fuck it. He gets S tier. Okay, first off, he's voiced by Rob motherfucking Paulson. And if you need to know specifically that name, that's Yakko Warner from the Warner Brothers. This alien is basically Yakko Warner from Animaniacs, but in Ben 10. His whole shtick is that he duplicates. That's it. He duplicates, and all the Ditto clones can feel the same pain. Like, if you pinch one Ditto clone on the ear, they're all going to feel the pain in the ear, and that sounds horrible, but it leads to some fun problem-solving shenanigans, and I love his design, and he's great. No, not better than Cannibal. Not better than Cannibal. But he's great, and I love him, and 99% of that comes from he's just fucking Yakko Warner, but as an alien, and I love that. Eye Guy is so weird. Eye Guy is so damn weird. So here's your mandatory Ben 10 history lesson with the wizard. In all of Ben 10, across the 4 shows, Eye Guy barely shows up because... Okay, we're going to condense it down. Classic. The first series of the show. All 4 seasons. You want to know how many times Eye Guy shows up? Twice. Only twice. And keep in mind, every time Ben had a new alien show up, every time he unlocked a new alien to use, it was always treated as a big thing. Both times Eye Guy showed up, it was not a big thing. It was just a casual, oh yeah, Ben has a new alien. The first time he showed up was in the finale of the show. As a whole, he shows up in like a quick montage of Ben, Gwen, and Grandpa Max getting ready for a big fight. Ben just casually transformed new alien, and I remember watching that like, what the fuck? Who's this guy? Huh? He just shows up, and he shoots lasers from his eyes, and then he's gone. And they don't acknowledge it, and they don't even say his name or anything. The second time he appeared, you had a 1 in 3 chance of seeing him. In the TV movie, Ben 10 Secret of the Omnitrix, there were 3 different animated intros. And by intros, I don't mean like an intro like with a theme song. Intro scenes where Ben used a different alien to fight the bad guys in like the opening scene. Fully animated and voice acted that were different depending on where and when you watch the show. They picked a definitive one. They picked a definitive one for like the DVD and for like forever, and it was with Heat Blast. But Eye Guy was one of the 3, and there they also don't acknowledge that he's a new alien. Ben just shows up to fight the bad guy. He's like, yeah, I'm here. I'm Eye Guy, and I. What? So you're telling me in all of Classic, the only time this guy shows up is in the finale with no build-up, no recognition, nothing, and a 1 in 3 chance to show up in the beginning of the TV movie. I don't know what's more confusing, that fact alone, or the fact they made 3 different intros to the movie. It's not like the opening scene affects the rest of the plot. After that opening scene with whatever of the 3 aliens, the plot continues no matter what, regardless of which version you watch. I'm confused why they made 3 different versions. Huh? Who makes a choose your own adventure movie with 3 different opening scenes that all still funnel to the same story? I'm sorry. It's weird and it's going off topic. Guy himself is just kind of weird and okay. He starts showing up again in Omniverse, and they even make a joke when he first uses them in Omniverse. He makes a joke about, oh, I kind of forgot I had this guy. He's still weird. I don't get him. I'm getting another fucking drink of water because like I don't know what to think about this guy. Talk about underwhelming. Not even underwhelming, just really confusing and just like, what was going on? Who behind the scenes was responsible for this guy? I like him. I think his powers are cool when he did eventually show up. I'm just befuddled by him. Then we got Waybig. Waybig's pretty damn cool. He's an Ultraman reference. I've never watched Ultraman. I never heard of it when I was younger and watched Ben 10. I was just like, holy shit, that guy's really big. He's like Godzilla sized, and it's always cool when they use him. He's only ever used for big occasions. It's cool. He's awesome. He's I don't know how to sell him more than that. Now, that is all the classic aliens. Now we are on to the Alien Force set. This is where we're going to start. Actually, no, we're not seeing any stinkers quite. Actually, no, we have one stinker at the very end. But we'll get to him. We're only going to start seeing D tiers once we get to Ultimate Alien and especially Omniverse. I promise I like Omniverse. I really do. But I have some issues with some of its aliens. But we'll get to them in time. Swampfire is an A tier. Not quite S. A lot of people would say he's S. His whole shtick is that he's a plant guy that also shoots fire. That's pretty cool. He's Wildvine and Heat Blast combined, so I think it's only fair that he evens out their score and goes into A. I don't dislike him for any reason. I quite like him. He's Heat Blast to Alien Force like he's to Alien Force like Heat Blast was classic. He's pretty cool, but he's just not quite there for me like Heat Blast is. Maybe it's down to the design. I'm not too hot on Swampfire's designs in any of the shows. I like his design in all of them, but like not to the extent that I love Heat Blast designs. Echo is again Echo is another fusion one where he's basically just Ditto and Ben Wolf here fused together. He can clone himself and he can shoot sonic booms, but he's not Rob Paulson, so he's not quite as good in my mind. Humongosaur is one of those aliens. Heat Blast seems more iconic from my limited knowledge of Ben 10. Heat Blast is very iconic. Like I said, he's been in every iteration of the show. He's always been there. He was the very first alien used in the entire show, so he has that iconicity. Humongosaur, you know that meme that's like, doing blank is when you're a kid, but blank is when you're an adult. Humongosaur is one of those cases of like, he's your favorite when you're a kid because, oh my god, he's a giant dinosaur. But then you grow up and you look back and it's like, he's kind of lame. He's just a big dinosaur. That is it. Maybe some people are into that. Maybe some people are losing their mind over big dinosaur. But honestly, looking at him with my evolved gamer brain, he's kind of whatever. He had a cool gimmick in that he could change his size, but then they took that out in Omniverse for some reason, and they also gave him a weird sash belt, and I don't get it. That's not have anything to do with the alien himself. He's just a big dinosaur. And if we rewound the clock and you asked me, how old would I need to be? If you asked me back in 2010, aka 15 years ago, when I was... No. If you asked me in 2012, 13 years ago when I was 10 years old, like, hey, little shit whiz, what's your favorite Ben 10 alien? I'm probably going to say Humongosaur because duh. I was 10 years old and I was like, of course the giant alien dinosaur is going to be my favorite. But maturing has made me realize, man, he doesn't suck, but he's kind of just lame in the grand pantheon. Why choose Humongosaur when you have Diamond Head and Cannibal and all this? Yeah, it's whatever. Jet Ray. Jet Ray's kind of just, he's there. I dogged on him when I played the Alien Force games, mostly because I just, size shifting is such an interesting power. Why'd they take that out? Because Omniverse, God, I'm gonna sound like I'm such an Omniverse hater. I don't. I quite like the show overall. I like the iteration of Ben 10. It made a lot of dumb choices. They didn't outright say, it's not like there was a scene where Ben's like, oh no, I can't shift my size anymore. It's just that whenever Humongosaur wasn't used much in Omniverse, but when he was used, they never made him grow or shrink or anything. So he technically still had the power, he just never used it. And there would have been some cool times to use it, and they just didn't. I don't know if there's an official reason why they didn't make him grow or shrink. Maybe because of Omniverse's art style and animation flow, they didn't want to worry about making different sized designs for him. Who knows? We'll talk about Omniverse's befuddling choices when we get to its aliens. Jet Ray is just kind of whatever. His whole shtick is that he's an alien that flies super fast. And like, I guess that's cool. He's like accelerate, but for in the air. But I'm gonna be real, I just never really gave a shit about Jet Ray. Big Chill on the other end. Here, Alien Force finally gets an S tier. Big Chill's awesome. He's a big blue moth with a cool design and ice powers. I already like ice powers with Arctiguana, but I don't care about lizards. You give me a big old moth guy? You give me Mothman, the alien? Fuck, that's cool. I love him. And like, the name is such a dumb pun, but it kind of wrapped back around to being unironically kind of cool in Big Chill. To me, at least, it wrapped around from being so dumb to, God, I kind of unironically just like that as a name. Big Chill. It's peak. It's peak. It's cinema. I'm putting my hands up. It's cinema. Then we have Chroma Stone. Take Diamond Head, make him purple, make him slightly less cool, but also in the lore of the show, he is Jesus. I'm not going to elaborate on that. In the lore of Ben 10, Chroma Stone is Jesus, and that knocks him down a peg. A tier. Brainstorm. Okay, you take a crab, you make him really smart, and he can shoot electricity, and he's also made of, like, copper. I like him more than Gray Matter, but I don't like him quite as much as Buzzshock. You can go here. Actually, I'll put him up here. He's neat. I like him. In Omniverse, they kind of did bits where they made him talk super eloquently and like, fuck. I'm trying to think of the specific example. In Omniverse, they kept doing bits where he like Sherlock Holmes, the discombobulate scene, and in the Sherlock Holmes movie where he's like discombobulate. Think that, but that's all Brainstorm does. He's like analyzing every little thing and he's talking over himself and like narrating it all. It's fun. It's stupid, but it's fun, and I like him. And he's a smart crab. Spider Monkey. Okay, listen here, Chief. Pretend I'm someone at Cartoon Network and I'm pitching these aliens to you. You're the showrunner. All right, we take Spider-Man, we make him blue, and he's a monkey now. That's all Spider Monkey is. He's just Spider-Man, but he's a blue monkey. And you know what? That earns him S tier. He's cool. I love him. I love Spider Monkey a whole lot. Hey, boss, you want to get around using Spider-Man in the show? Let's make him blue. That's what they were like. That's what they did. And he's great. He's obviously not as good as actual Spider-Man, but like that he's essentially that. Goop. All right, I'm gonna pitch another. Hey, boss, you like lime Kool-Aid? You like lime Jello? You like acid? We're gonna put them together, and that's Goop. He's floating acid Jello, and he's kind of just okay in that regard. Still better than Humongosaur. Still better. He's more interesting than Humongosaur. He's just acid Goop. That's all it is. It's in the name. Sometimes the names are really the biggest indicator of what the fuck they are. Chroma Stone, That name doesn't give anything away. That does not at all explain his Jesus stuff. Goop, he's Goop. He's Goop. There it is. Alien X. Alien X is a very divisive alien in the fan base because his whole shtick. I was being ironic and jokey about Chromosome being Jesus. Alien X is God, is a god. His whole thing is that he can literally warp reality. He can do whatever. But here's the catch. So he's not overpowered. Inside of Alien X are 3 consciouses. There's Ben, there is Bellicus, and there's Serena. Bellicus and Serena are respectively the voices of rage and compassion, and Ben is the voice of reason. For Alien X to do anything, all 3 of them have to vote and agree on that action. It has to be, and Ben is usually the tiebreaker because Bellicus and Serena are always arguing over what to do because they're 2 sides of very opposite ends of extremes of how to handle situations, aggression, compassion, with Ben having to be the tiebreaker. So that keeps his powers in check in a really interesting way. It forces Ben to use his brain and actually have to debate with these 2 godlike beings and be like, this is what we need to do. He's not quite S tier though. I think he's a really cool, my voice. Ugh. He's really cool conceptually. And when he does show up, it is always a big, oh shit moment of like, oh, we're bringing him out. And it happened so rarely before Omniverse. It happened exactly once in Alien Force and once in Ultimate Alien. That is how rarely Alien X showed up. But they would bring him up and be like, do we want to do that? Do we want to use Alien X? And Ben would have to be like, no, we got to figure out a way to do this without using Alien X, because that's too far. Then comes Omniverse, and I'm going to get a drink. Here comes another patented Omniverse did something change here. So, Omniverse made the change. Ben told Bellicus and Serena to fuck off and give him control of Alien X and just let them keep arguing. Now, it's at the caveat, it is at the caveat that Ben, while piloting Alien X solo, cannot do everything they could do as a trio. God, my throat. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Hang on. I'm gonna mute my mic a second. Okay, I'm good. Talking about Omniverse too much kills me, apparently. The trade-off is that Ben can't do as much as if he were, like, doing the voting with the 3. But he can still do a lot. And to me, that really lessens and makes Alien X way lamer conceptually, because it's like, oh, Ben is just God now temporarily. He's not as powerful as a God as he could be if he used Bellicus and Serena, but he's still God now, and it's like, okay, we have now taken away the really cool concept that made Alien X work in the first place. And yeah, it's a big oof. I promise, Omniverse does a lot good, but when it does something bad, it does such a, why are we doing this bad to me, that it ends up making Omniverse kind of the weakest of the 4 shows in my opinion overall, but it's still really, really damn good. And if you watch Ben 10, please don't be turned off by Omniverse's art style. Watch it like you would the rest of it. It's still really good overall. It just makes a lot of weird choices. But we're moving on. There's that Lodestar. He's a magnet. He's a big magnet. I like him. He's neat. I like him more than Farms, but less than Ben Wolf. He's a magnet. Okay, here we go. Here's a fan favorite alien that I agree with being a fan favorite. Wrath. All right, I'm not doing the voice again, but imagine this. Close your eyes. You combine Wolverine and Hulk Hogan, and he's a tiger now. That's it. He's a big tiger who is nigh indestructible, super strong, has claws that come out of his like hands, not quite like Wolverine, but very similar. And he has a catchphrase and he goes, let me tell you something. And he says that, and he breaks the fourth wall sometimes, and he's so stupid, and I fucking love him. He's great. It was put best in universe. Kevin, one of the side characters in Ben 10, once commented that Wrath is, quote, Wrath is one of the only aliens that makes me want to stop fighting and just kind of sit back with a bucket of popcorn and watch it all unfold. That is the best way to describe Wrath. That's how I feel whenever I see him. If even the characters in universe are like, Wrath is so cool and fun to watch that it makes me want to stop participating in the action and just spectate, that's how you know how good he is. He's great. I can't believe that Tiger, Wolverine, Hulk Hogan is one of the winning combinations. But it works. Then we got Nanomech, our first D tier. Fuck this guy. He's just a really tiny metal bug. And like, he came from the live action movie. They did multiple live action movies, but I'm just saying the live action movie because he came from Alien Swarm, and his whole shtick is that he's a nanochip fused with Ben's DNA, so he's technically a unique creature from the Omnitrix. He's never used in cool ways. Even in his debut movie, he was just kind of whatever. He's a tiny bug that flies around and zaps stuff, and I think he's lame as hell. Wildvine's a talking plant. And I think he does more conceptually than Nanomech. Fuck Nanomech. All my homies hate Nanomech. Or at least I do. I never liked this guy. Ugh. Alright, we're on to UA. Ultimate Alien introduced a whole fleet of aliens. We got I don't know why, whenever I play Cosmic Destruction, this is how you can tell I'm a fake fan. I kept saying the Andromeda 5. There's very clearly 6 of them. They're from the Andromeda / Agrigor arc. I think my brain was just kind of doing a prank on me there. At the start of Ultimate Alien, we had an arc involving these 6 aliens and the villain of Season 1, Agrigor. They're called the Andromeda 6 because all of their home planets are in the Andromeda system in Ben 10. It's not that hard to figure out. These are 6 aliens that all had plot relevance, and I quite like a lot of them. Actually, I like all of them to a degree. None of these are getting B tier, probably. Maybe. Let's go through them one at a time. I've already sung my... Oh, wait, no. There are only 5 of them. They just have energy on here twice, because this is them out of his suit. I have brain damage. And I don't know what's going on with my head. I don't know why they have I guess they have Upchuck here twice, so I guess whatever. So starting with the Andromeda 5, I don't care that there's 6. You go down here. You don't need to be here. You're the same as this guy. We have Water Hazard, and you know I know I said I like all these guys. Water Hazard might be the weakest one. Actually, no. I don't have the heart to give him B. He can be bottom of A. He is. I think you could probably guess from the name. He shoots water. And I think he has some level of hydrokinesis in that he can control water. Yes, he does. I remember specifically, there's a really cool ass scene where he fought a guy who was using like a mechanical like suit. And he sucked all the moisture out of the suit and it like broke and cracked. And it was cool as hell. I think it was the only time he did that, but it was fucking awesome. Water Hazard is cool. He's got like a clam design almost, and I like that. He's got little barnacles all over, and that's where he shoots the water out. He's cool. Water Hazard, cool. All of the Andromeda aliens are at the very least cool. Terraspin is also cool. He's gonna sit down here with Water Hazard though because he's kind of the weaker. These two are the weakest one of the 5 to me. He's a big turtle who controls wind. He can shoot wind. He can make tornadoes. He can fly. He flies by, and I genuinely love this. He flies by sticking his fins out like fan blades and shooting them down to create a gust of wind under him so he can fly. it looks stupid, but in like a good way, like very goofy, fun, stupid, and I love him for that. He's also immune to magic. That's just like a casual property of Decem-Ben that has nothing to do with anything else. He is immune to magic. That's all. Armadillo's an S tier. Armadillo and energy, we'll get to in a second. Some people don't like the aliens that are more robotical in design, like Armadillo or Water Hazard. I personally quite like them visually. I think they're a good way to break up some of the designs to help keep some variety going on in here. Armadillo is so simple. He's big, he's yellow, and he has 2 giant drills for arms. I know I said Humongosaur is the alien that you like when you're a kid because giant dinosaur, wow! No matter how old I've gotten, I've always loved Armadillo. He's cool. He's fun. Whenever they don't use him for his drills often. A lot of the time he's used just because he's big, but sometimes they use like his piston arms in very cool ways, and I just love his design. All right, it's mostly the design. He looks great. Let me pull up a picture of him on another monitor because this tiny ass portrait of him does not do enough justice in my opinions. Let me pull up. Look at this guy. Look at him. This is genuine peak character design in my opinion. He's great. He's just a giant mechanical armadillo. This looks like some shit that Robotnik would design to fight Sonic. And I love him for that. I love him so much for that. Energy is next. He's going right up next to Armadillo because I love them equally. So his whole thing, this red guy down here, is inside this metal suit. And he's radiation. He can melt shit and shoot blasts of radiation. That's it. I have less to say about him than I do Armadillo, but I love him just all them out. His suit is big and bulky, and I like that. I like that he's kind of like a Heat Blast and Swamp Fire in the sense that he shoots out heat and fire, but not in the traditional sense because it is radiation, and they actually use that in unique ways. There's an episode where they use him to deal with a nuclear reactor, and there's been times where he's like, stand back, you know, I'm irradiated, you know, step away. Very dangerous alien. I did a video last year where I ranked all the Benton aliens on how useful they would be in like everyday life, and he ranked near the bottom because he is just a nuclear reactor. You are giving everyone around you super cancer just by existing, but he's still fucking cool. He's great. Amphibian. He's gonna sit around the middle here. He is honestly my second favorite of, maybe not second favorite, but he's up there with Buzzshock in terms of the electric aliens. If you can't notice the theme already, the Andromeda 5 are all themed around elements in one way or another. We got water, wind, earth, fire, air, not air, electricity. Electricity isn't an element. I don't know why a lot of shows try and say electricity is like another element. That it's not right. But Amphibian is pretty cool. He's a jellyfish, and he's blue, and he can read minds. Yeah. That's the Andromeda 5. They're all neat in their own way, even if I don't have a lot to say about some of them, and a lot to say about one of them. Then we have Fast Track. So, I'm putting him, controversially, I'm going to put him in A next to Accelerate. So why is this controversial, Wizard, you may ask? If you're in the Benton fandom, a lot of people hate Fast Track because they think he is just Accelerate again. And he is, basically. He is. He's another speedster. He was introduced solely to sell Galactic Racing, the video game. He is pretty lame in where he showed up. Oh, Ledian? What about Ledian? Did you do the thing to redeem, stop, and look at Ledian? That didn't show up in my OBS. OBS, why didn't you tell me that it was stop and talk about Ledian? Okay, we're gonna stop and talk about Ledian. Okay, so Ledian is not in Ben 10, but I guarantee you, if they put, actually, I mean, this is kind of like Ledian. No, gotta focus. If they put this guy into the show, oh, stop and drink water. Okay, I'll stop and drink water while I'm talking about Ledian. So as you can see here, Ledian is just really cool. Okay, I probably, you could hear that. I'm not about to choke live on water. Not yet. We'll wait till I hit like 3K on YouTube or something, or 100 followers on Twitch, and then I'll try and do ventriloquism live and make myself look like an idiot. So you can see here, Ledian. God, I feel bad that you guys keep redeeming the stop and talk about Ledian now. Wait until January. Pokemon Benton crossover would go crazy. Not gonna. It would. That's how you would have gotten little 10-year-old me into into Pokemon. If you told me there was a crossover, I would have been all over Pokemon because it's like, God damn it, I gotta learn everything related to Ben 10. Just you wait. January is almost here. I know this month has been long and arduous with all the Ben 10, and it's mostly to service my own needs. But look, make it to January, and we're gonna play Pokemon Emerald, and we're gonna find this guy. You know, eventually, after we do the Elite Four, then we're gonna do a big old stream where I will try and find a shiny Ledian. And then I don't know how feasible this is gonna be since I'm doing them on ROMs. I kind of want to plan to after we catch the shiny Ledian and we're done with Pokemon Emerald and we're never playing Emerald again after that stream. Whenever we play the next Pokemon game, whichever one it is, I want to see if it's gonna be possible to transfer the shiny Ledian from the Emerald game to, like, I'll probably play like Black or White after Emerald at some point, probably later in the year. I want to see if it'd be possible to transfer this guy, the shiny one, to that game. It's probably possible. I just don't know how because I'm not exactly the smartest guy, you know. I'm a stupid wizard. I wonder what he's called that. But that's enough, Ledian. Let me come over here and complete. Here we go. Now back to talk about Fast Track because controversial. What was I saying about him? He's just Accelerate again. He is used just to promote a video game. He lost a lot of his early fights and only showed up like a total of 6 times before he never showed up again in Omniverse. I don't care. I still quite like Fast Track. I don't know. Maybe I'm the weirdo here. I'm the weird I'm the weird fuck. It's like how I said earlier that there's some weird fuck who looks fondly at Ben 10 Omniverse like, yeah, that's my game. I'm the weird fuck who looks at Fast Track like, I like him. I don't care. He's neat. I think it's mostly just his design. He's like a blue cheetah, and I don't know. That works for me. It's a weird process that would probably only work on real hardware. I'll find a way. I'll figure something out. It can't be that hard. I figured out how to do dumber stuff. Besides transferring Pokemon from one game to another is usually a post-game thing. Oh. I'll figure it out. I'll figure something out. We will burn down and illegalize that bridge when we get to it. For now, I can only stare at that bridge from a distance and plan with all my torches in hand. Moving on. I'm gonna try and speed this up because I've been on this tier list for a while now. You know, I just realized we played Ben 10 Omniverse for about an hour. And we're now almost on hour 2, and we're not even done with the first tier list because I have so much to say about this show. So we're gonna speed this up. Clockwork. Time bastard. He's a time travel bastard, and fuck it, I love time travel. Time travel is always a neat thing to me. And again, I'm one of those weirdos who likes the more robotic looking aliens in the show. I think they're neat. I like how he looks. I love that he's like a giant wind-up clock toy thing. I love him. Ugh. Chameleon. He's just a lizard who turns invisible. I'm sorry, he also goes in D. Chameleon has his fans. I am not one of them. He's a lizard that turns invisible. Not intangible. He's not like Ghost Freak or Big Chill, who can turn intangible along with their invisibility and can float through stuff. No, Chameleon is still a solid being. You can still punch him. You can still choke slam him while he's invisible. He's bullshit. I don't like him. Shock Squatch, yet another one of the electric aliens. We're on number 4 now, I believe, of the electric aliens. He's kind of just whatever to me. Kecleon from Pokemon, basically. Kecleon's like the chameleon, I think, probably. Or you're bullshitting me, and that's a joke that I'm not going to get because I'm not a Pokemon fan who hasn't memorized 752 Pokemon. I don't like Shock Squatch that much. He's B tier. I like him well enough. He's a Yeti. Sorry. Trauma there with that word. He is a Sasquatch who is yellow, and he shoots electricity. And yeah, that's kind of it. He's not bad. But like, if I'm going to have an electric guy, give me something interesting. Like, give him some telepathy or make him a battery. Then we got Edel. Edel is just worse upchuck. I'm sorry. I hate making the allegations of blank alien is just blank alien. Because, you know, we got fast track and shit. Edel is just upchuck. Alright? He eats stuff and he shoots a laser out of his forehead. And like, the difference is between him and Upchuck is at least he's a little more durable and more built for direct combat than Upchuck. But also, he's just kind of whatever. Yeah, the chameleon with the red zigzag on his belly that doesn't change color. I'm gonna look that shit up. I don't... Kecleon. Oh, this guy! I fuck with his... Why the fuck when I look this up? Catch Pokemon by searching their names? What? What the fuck is this? Hang on, I'm putting this on the other tab so that you guys can see this on stream. What the fuck is this new thing that Google's introduced? You search not aliens, you search the Pokemon to catch it? Hang on. Tentacool. Tentacool. Can I catch it? The fuck is this? Okay, I'm closing that before it says my real name because I was logged into my personal account and I don't want Pokemon to dox me. Off topic. We're going way off topic. Guys, stay on target. Man, I need to update. I have plans to update like my little PNG tuber to give me to have like little Muppet arms I can wave around, because in real life I'm sitting here waving my arms around, pointing like a madman, but I can't express that as much by going. Yeah, no, that doesn't express it as much. You're welcome for that neat noise I just made from my mouth. Jury Rig, he's just upgrade, but not as good, but also I kind of fuck with him because he's a little gremlin. He's a fucked up little red gremlin. I like him. Omniverse. Oh boy. Omniverse was the 4th series, and it did a lot of good. It is a gorgeous show overall. Like, it is animated so well. It expanded upon a lot of the lore of Ben 10 in some deep and interesting ways. It introduced some fantastic new characters, like Ben's new partner, Rook, and it expanded upon a bunch of villains. It made Vilgax better after whatever the fuck was happening in the UAF era. He's not as good as he is in Classic, but he's better than whatever he was in that middle area. It did a lot good. One of the things that didn't do good is new aliens. Do any of the Ben 10 villains use alien transformations? I'm going into my mind. I'm going into my Ben 10 mind palace here. Technically, in some weird ways, Vilgax temporarily operated the Omnitrix on one specific occasion and used a couple aliens. There are villains like Kevin 11 and Agrigor who didn't directly transform into aliens, but instead absorbed their DNA using their own special powers to become like fusions of the aliens. And I believe in the reboot of Ben 10, Kevin 11 gets his own Omnitrix and his own set of aliens. But in the classic continuity... Oh, I'm stupid. Albedo. Okay. I don't know why I completely fucking forgot about it. I'm pulling up on my other monitor so I can copy them over. Hang on. I don't know how I completely fucking forgot about him when I admitted that he's one of my favorite. Okay. This is Red Ben. This is Albedo. He is not a clone of Ben. But before you make that mistake and think that he's a clone, he's not. He is... let me get a picture of him so you can see. He is a Galvin. He's one of these little guys, like Gray Matter, who made a bootleg Omnitrix that has the side effect of making him look like a red tinted colored, like an inverted colored Ben 10. And he has his own red Omnitrix that he uses to turn into his own aliens. Do we have any pictures of that's him in his alien form? Can we get a picture of him like as a red alien so I could show that's gross, we don't need to show it. But yeah, he has his own Omnitrix. Yes, he's literally, I found you, Faker. He's one of my favorite villains in the show. It's a simple idea to just be like, oh, it's Ben but evil, but like, shut up. It's fun, and it gives an excuse to have Ben fight versions of himself. Are we gonna see him in alien form if I open this up into the gallery? For a short while, he looked exactly like Ben. Like in these shots, you can see. Let me pull up. He looked exactly like Ben. And then let me scroll down. Then their Omnitrixes combined during a fight, and he turned red. And no, we don't get any pictures. Just know. Do we get to see it in this? No. Okay, just know that in the show, after he turned red, all of his aliens also got a red tint to them, and he's cool. And I fucking love Albedo. He's great. He's voiced by Yuri Lowenthal like Ben. So Yuri Lowenthal has gone on saying in behind the scenes stuff that he loves voicing Albedo because he gets to use his Ben voice but be all more evil sounding. He's like, I am trapped in this disgusting human form, and it's great, and I love it. Albedo's great. Moving on to Omniverse. As I was saying before, the little sidetrack of you asking me the Benton Villains question, but go ahead, ask more questions. I love answering questions about the show because I have brainworms about this show. Omniverse does a lot of good things. One of those good things is not the voice cracks. God, you can tell that this is all so sincere and coming from the heart because my heart is trying to leap in through my throat and kill me. God. One of the good things it didn't do was new aliens because very few of these were really good. You know, actually, no. We'll save on it for a second. Lightning round of the Ultimate Aliens. So the show Benton Ultimate Alien introduced the idea of Ultimate Aliens. Ben could take an alien and make him go Ultimate. And then Albedo had his own Ultimate Aliens in Omniverse. So that's why we have some extras over here. We're going to speed run through them. Ultimate Humongosaur. Honestly, it's just Humongosaur, but with a gun. It's Humongosaur, the alien that I already thought was just kind of whatever because he's a dinosaur, but now he has a gun hand. It's Digimon now. I don't know, that makes him better. Ultimate Swampfire. Take Swampfire, but he's blue and he's kind of lamer now. He's supposed to be more powerful, but we never see that. Ultimate Echo is a solid S tier. Fuck, he's cool. He's got like this arrow, like robot design going on. And I fucking love him, and he's great. Ultimate Spider Monkey. On the same tier as regular Spider Monkey, honestly. He's a gorilla on stilts. Yes! Ultimate Cannonbolt. It's still Cannonbolt, but he just has spikes. He's lower than regular like way lower because like really, man, you're gonna take Cannonbolt and you're not gonna do something really cool for his ultimate? Whatever. Ultimate Wild Butt. I fucking look, he's worse than regular Wild Nut because they just made him big and he's red and he talks now. Regular Wild Nut can't talk, and that's part of his charm. Ultimate Wild Nut can talk, and it's like, why the fuck? Why would you make him talk? What is the purpose of this? I don't get it. Ultimate Big Chill. he's just Big Chill again, but now he's orange and red, and quote, his flames are, the reason why he's red, his flames are so cold that they burn. It's stupid as fuck. I don't like Ultimate Big Chill, but you know what? It's still Big Chill. Ultimate way big. It's just way big, but more. And now he's got like weird armor, and I don't like it that much. Ultimate Gravitak. We haven't ranked regular Gravitak yet. Ultimate Gravitak is an S tier, and it's because he's just a planet guy, and I love him for that. Ultimate Arctiguana. It's regular Arctiguana, but he has ice cannons on his back, Blastoise style, and I actually just don't like how he looks. He's Blastoise, but not good. Ultimate Wrath. It's Wrath again, but he's big, and he's got like a jacket on. And I honestly, that's enough of a change that I don't like it. And we're putting these guys down here. I'm sorry. Their changes are not good enough to make them S tiers with their originals. Finally, Ultimate Gray Matter. It's just MODOK from Marvel, and he's gross. And I really don't like him. Get him out of here. He's disgusting. I hate him. Blech. Kill. Die. Frostburn be like, I know the pun they're making with Frostburn. I get it. I just don't like it. I think it's a lame as hell way to ultimate an alien. Whatever. Omniverse is aliens. It's original aliens. They start off strong. Feedback. Okay, I know I said Buzzshock was my favorite electricity alien. Feedback is like my actual favorite. Feedback's fucking awesome. He absorbs electricity. He shoots electricity. He has a cool ass design. They got a cool filter on his voice whenever he talks. He almost looks like a Mega Man robot master in a way, because he's got like all the plugs on him. Let me pull up a picture of you. I wish some of these tier list images would use like the full image. Look at this guy. Like, this is cool. This is a cool design. He's got like little plugs on him and shit. I love him. But he is cool. He's really cool. S tier. Started off strong. And then we have blocks. This is another one I need to pull up so that you can understand why I'm going to rank him where I'm going to rank him. Oh boy. Oh boy. Blocks, blocks, blocks. So, as you can see, he is Lego. Here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with blocks and why I don't like him from like a design point of view. You have aliens like Buzzshock, who looks like a battery, or Clockwork, who looks like a robot, but they don't look like any specific type of battery or robot. You know, Buzzshock doesn't look like a Duracell, and Clockwork doesn't look like fucking like R2-D2 or anything. Or Frankenstrike looks like Frankenstein's monster, but he doesn't look like any specific version of Frankenstein's monster. This guy is just Lego. There's no way, you can't say he's just like a generic building block or anything. He is just Lego, and it is the lamest and like genuinely laziest design for any of the aliens in my mind, because he's just made of Legos, and when he builds and does stuff, it's Lego sound effects, like from the Lego video games. And concept-wise, the idea for blocks is on their home planet, they are shape-shifting block guys who shapeshift to avoid predators. Okay. How the fuck do you avoid predators when you're bright primary colors? Excuse me? What? Putting that aside though, Blocks' power set is like cool. I like me shapeshifters. I like building types. But his design will always be the biggest sin to me, because it's like, what the fuck do you mean? He's just Lego. I'm sorry. I know there's suspension of disbelief and all that shit. Nah, no, he can't change his colors. He's bright. He's always bright yellow, red, and blue. If he could change his colors, I'd be far more forgiving. It's like, okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, camouflage. How do you camouflage with bright primary colors? I'm sorry. Ugh. Ugh. I hate blocks. I'm a hater for blocks. A lot of people hate blocks the same way they hate fast track. Fast track I give a lot of passes to. Trying to look like no, but it's an alien planet. Is my thing. It's alien planet. It's a whole other world. I just don't. That's one of those things where it's like clearly they had the idea first. We don't get to see. That's the fun thing. They can just say, oh, he's using it for camouflage. And then they never show his home planet in the show. So they can't even justify it. This is one of those things where it genuinely feels like they started with the basic idea of let's make a Lego alien. And then didn't think how to actually make it work in Ben 10 and just said, fuck it, he's made of Legos. That's why I think he's so lazy, is because it just feels like they did not put in any effort to actually make him work as a creature. A lot of these aliens, even the ones I don't like or think are just okay, you can look at them and understand, oh, I understand how that guy works from an evolutionary, ecological standpoint, and that makes him cooler because you kind of understand how they work. What the fuck is this guy? I'm not going that deep into it. I just hate blocks. I think he's lame. He's not lame. He's all right power-wise. But the fact that they had the nugget of the idea of a shape-shifting block guy is like such a cool idea, and they squander it on Lego, on just being a cheap, look guys, he's Lego. It pisses me off. Lack of thought to fit in or world build. Exactly. That's where my big angry comes from. And then we 180 again. Gravitack's a fucking awesome guy. He's a big planet guy, and his whole thing is that he controls gravity. And he has a fucking, he's huge. He's arguably bigger than Humongousaur. And he has a great design. He has a cool voice. His powers are gravity, which sounds like it could be lame or anything. But like, dude, he can move shit with his mind. And he in his introductory episode, he rolls into a ball into like a planet shape, and he reflects some guy shooting at him with a bunch of missiles, and he puts them into orbit around him and shoots them back. Gravitack is fucking awesome. Similar to time stuff, anything around like telekinesis or gravity is always gonna be cool to me. Like, that's just cool. I don't know how the hell we got the back and forth of feedback to blocks to Gravitack. I want to know who in the writer's room came up with blocks. Get them out of there forever. Keep the guy who came up with feedback and Gravitack, though. These guys are great. And then we're back down again with Crash Hopper. God damn, yeah, I don't like Crash Hopper either. He's a bug, and he jumps big. That's it. It's like they flipped a coin on whether they were going to have the coolest motherfucking design ever or some of the lamest shit. He's a bug who jumps really big and bashes stuff with his face. That's all Crash Hopper is. Welcome back from the ad. Did you actually get a Lego ad? Like, can I ask, did you genuinely get a Lego ad? Did I scream enough about Legos? Is Twitch listening to me right now? If I start screaming about shit, is it going to show ads for that? And if so, where the fuck have all the Ben 10 ads been? I've been screaming and hollering about this show. What's relevant now that I can scream about? Mega Man. Mega Man. Wait, no, fuck, there aren't gonna be ads for Mega Man yet. Remind me in, a year, I guess, when trailers and ads are gonna start showing. I'll just start randomly slipping Mega Man in. Sorry, game them beforehand, though. It knew where we were going. It knew we were coming to him eventually. We're in the home stretch, and I'm actually getting tired. I might save the other tier list for, like, tomorrow night. We'll end off... Tomorrow night will probably be the last Decem-Ben 10 stream, because we've officially played through all the classic games, and I don't want to play the Hyperscan game, and I don't want to play the reboot games. So tomorrow night, we'll just play through the Flash games and talk more about Ben 10, just kind of vibe out. I don't know if I ever explained the Hyperscan. I'll explain the Hyperscan in a minute when we're done detailing all the aliens. Crash Hopper, he's a bug, but he jumps big. Ball Weevil. You want another bug? You get another bug. Actually, no, I actually kind of like Ball Weevil. Kinda. He's a little guy who makes goop balls, and then he rolls them. He's Katamari Damacy the alien. He's Katamari Damacy the alien. There you go. And you know what? Now that I've described that to myself, yeah, he's an A tier. He's neat. I like him a lot. I was about to say that all of Omniverse is probably going to be either S tier or C tier or lower. But nah, he's A. He's just a good little bug boy. I like him. Bug Fables. I've not played Bug Fables. Walkatrout goes in D. So people defend Walkatrout. His only ability is that he's a fish that walks. People have defended and talked about Walkatrout. It's like, well, in the context of world building, not every alien's gonna have amazing powers. Some of them are just civilians. It's like, yeah, that's cool. I still don't like him though. I don't have to like him because he makes sense. Chameleon makes sense and I don't like him. Nanomech makes sense and I don't really like him either. I'll bump him up to not be the bottom of D. He's lame. He's a fish that walks. Who fucking who? Good job. You made an alien that makes sense in the context of Ben 10. Good on ya. You're not getting a medal for it. I still don't like him. Pesky Dust is pretty alright. She is... This is the interesting thing. She's the only alien, I believe, that is a she. Like, even though Ben's a he and every alien is usually a he, Pesky Dust is specifically a she. Take that however you want. Her whole gimmick is that she is a little fairy and she can put you to sleep. She like sprinkles sleep dust on you and you sleep, and it's kind of not that much, and she barely shows up at all. But I don't know, when she shows up, it's kind of neat. It's fun. I like her design. Good job. Molestache, on the other hand, is just kind of whatever. He's a mole, and he has a big mustache that he can grow into fists. And he punches people with those fists. That's all I got for you. That's all this guy is. He's also the only alien that is very... when his name is written out, it's Mole-Stache. It looks very wrong written out because you can very clearly see the word molest in the beginning there. Like, it's very hard not to read that. Then we have the worst, who is not the worst in my opinion. So the worst, I kind of have a weird liking for him. I'll put him in the bottom of B tier. He's ugly and he's a little turd. His only power is similar to Wrath. He is completely indestructible. Nothing can kill this guy. But with the caveat that he still feels all the pain. That's why he's the worst. He's indestructible. If you blow him up, he's gonna survive it, but he will feel the pain of blowing up. Unlike Wrath, who just kind of shakes off anything. No, the worst feels it. You dip him in acid, and he's gonna feel it, and it's funny, and it's a unique power set, and it's more interesting than Fish That Walks, or Mole with a Punching Mustache. I don't know, it's more interesting to me than any of these jokers. Kick and Hawk got so many... A lot of Omniverse's aliens feel like feels like Animal that does blank more so than any other series, honestly. Like, you look at Classic, and you look at some of the stuff we have up in S tier, and you have such out there concepts. A guy who is made of diamonds, a giant ball, a walking planet, radiation suit, Clockman, and then you look at Omniverse's showing, and I know it's not just Omniverse, but you have shit like Bug That Jumps, Bug That Balls, Mole, and now we have it's a hawk. It's a bird that can kick your ass. That's about it. Thank you, Hideki Naganuma, for coming in when you could. He's a bird that kicks ass. That's about it. Then we have Topic. You know what? He's unique, but I really don't like him. His whole thing is that he's a disgusting guy, like Shrek proportion-wise. Think like Shrek, but with a metal mask over his face. And when he opens that mask, and if you look at his real face underneath, you get so scared that you like pass out and faint. And like the show isn't very clear on if he's scary or so gross that he makes you faint, and that's his only thing. That's his only thing. He's just gross otherwise. We're almost done here. We got a bit of a range here. I'm ignoring this guy in the end because he's just energy again. This is just what he looks like when he's not in the metal suit, so we're ignoring him. Astrodactyl. God damn it, I hate that I'm putting him higher than Humongosaur, but he's more interesting. He is a jackass bird. Think Falco from Star Fox is the best explanation. He's a pterodactyl that has like energy whips and blasters, and he's got a jetpack and wings, and I hate his design, but fuck, he's more interesting than Humongosaur, and they come from the same planet, and they're both dinosaurs, but at least he can fly and has something more going on. Bullfrag. I like Bullfrag. I know I was just ragging on Kicking Hawk for being it's a hawk that can kick your ass. Bullfrag is just a frog that can kick your ass, but he is a part of one of the show's more interesting story arcs with the incursion invasion. He had a genuinely cool twist storyline with him that I have now spoiled just by saying all that. If you go and watch Omniverse, you will already know the twist going into that episode probably, but I'll still keep it vague if for whatever reason you still want to watch it despite my rambling and rantings. He's cool. Atomics. Atomics is so close to being an S tier. How do I describe Atomics? Think Goku, but he talks like an old school, like, this looks like a job for me, like superhero. And when I say Goku, I mean like power-wise. Like he flies and he shoots beams, and he has a beam attack where he goes, hamina, 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 fusion cuisine, and he's great. I actually really fuck with Atomics. I don't quite fuck with his design. Like, it's on the edge of looking cool. He's got like a weird lava lamp robot thing going on, but I like him. Gutrot. Gutrot's fun. He's kind of another alien that's just, the joke is that he's gross. He's like a chemical lab in a guy. He's a guy that's a chemical lab, and he's covered in these little faucets and knobs where you can shoot out different gases and stuff. And yes, they make jokes about, he farted, ha ha ha. Because we're Omniverse. We're going to simultaneously have some really deep, cool conversations, but also poop fart humor because 10-year-olds. Oh, Omniverse, you are so hard to love sometimes, but I love you nonetheless. Gutrot is cool. And finally, Vampire. Fuck Vampire. Possibly the worst. No, not quite. I hate you more. So, Vampire is just a vampire, and like you would think that would put him on the same high echelon as these guys, but okay, I'm gonna pull. This is the last time because we're on the home stretch. We're almost done here, folks. You want to know what this motherfucker looks like? If you think a vampire alien, you know, you probably have something in your mind of what that could probably look like. You know, you maybe some specific idea. This is what he looks like. Yeah, oh boy. Where do I begin? A big problem with a lot of Omniverse designs with their aliens is they do too much green. This is not a vampire. This is not a vampire. This is Batman. This is Batman Beyond, but bad and green. Alright? And power-wise, he's just kind of lame. He flies, just like all the other flying aliens, but he can't go in direct sunlight because he is a vampire. He doesn't suck blood, but he does have these little mind-controlling bat things. I wonder if they're going to be in the gallery. Nope. Can I have a picture of like the whole other? This looks better. This is an evil version of Ben, but even then, it's not that great. There's a bat form. There's another bat form, if you cared. I still hate his design. I want a picture of one of his little bat mite things, so you can see. I like green, but yeah, the vampire thing is being... yeah, he's just not a vampire. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a big hater. And the thing is, this guy on the right, that's the original vampire that he got the DNA from to become vampire. I don't like Lord Transl that much. He's a lame villain, but I quite like his design. This actually looks like an alien vampire. He's got the red motif, he's got the bat wings, he's got the spikes in a way that like these look like fangs and everything. I quite like that. Then you look at this Joker, like what the fuck? What are we doing here, guys? This shit, like, why is he wearing a full bodysuit? Why are his claws green? Why does he have this dumb mask on? Ugh. But I'm just saying now, it's not just the design thing. It's also, he's just lame. He's barely used. He's got all the powers and weaknesses of a vampire. What are the powers of a vampire? Mostly just flight and not even blood sucking, which I don't know if that's a power or not. You could argue super strength, but no, he never really uses super strength in the show to my knowledge. He just flies and he can mind control people with his vampire hypnotism shit. That's about it. There are other flying aliens that don't burn up in sunlight, so you know. There we go. This is my definitive ranking of all the aliens Ben 10. If you ever wanted to know my definitive ranking of every alien Ben 10. I'm tired. I gotta piss. So we're gonna call this a night on the second to last episode, night of Decem-Ben 10. I need, where's the little logo thing? I need the logo thing for Decem-Ben 10 because I need to move it to the side. Trying to find it in my little bar here because it's bothering me that it's not centered. It was centered to the tiny. I think of vampires, Dracula typically. Yeah, you think Dracula type. Fuck, I started working on a long time ago. I started working on a video where I went through some of Ben 10's designs that I didn't like, and I personally tried my best to redesign them, and I have them in a folder somewhere. I'm not going to pull them out on stream right now. I should finish that video at some point, because I like what I did with Vampire. Tomorrow night will be the final Decem-Ben 10 stream. We're going to do some more of the tier list. I'm going to talk about more of the show. Maybe see if there's a way I can get around showing some of the show. If I can figure out how to do that without Twitch's copyright putting a big old spike against my face. And we're going to play the last of the Ben 10 Flash games, including, hopefully, some of the really famous ones that, like, people who have come into chat knowing about Ben 10 have asked about, like Battle Ready. That's the big one I want to play. Ben 10 Battle Ready. It's probably the most famous Flash game from the Ben 10 franchise, and I want to play it if I can. But for now, we're going to wrap it up here. I'm going to go sleep and mentally prepare myself for all the Ben 10 of tomorrow night. The final, and also I'll say it now to make it official. After tomorrow night's stream with the Decem-Ben 10, we're probably calling it there, and I won't be streaming anymore for the rest of the month. I'm going to take a break, and we'll come back in January with all the streams I have planned for then. So thank you everyone who has been watching, and I really do hope I see everyone here tomorrow night, so that we can finish off Decem-Ben 10 with a big old bang, and I finish off my last stream of the year. Thank you everyone for watching, and until next time, it's the same stupid wizard you love, it's the same channel you love. I've been your host for the evening, and I hope you all have a wonderful night and a wonderful happy holidays. You know, we're close enough. We're a week till Christmas. Happy holidays, everyone.